This is the site of yet another Boeing crash. On June 12, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner slammed into the hostel of a medical college, just minutes after taking off in Ahmedabad in northwestern India, killing at least 270 people. As the investigations unfold, CCTV footage from the airport seemingly shows the plane lost its thrust after taking off and struggled to ascend. There are various reasons why a plane crash happens. One database points out that there have been more than 15 Boeing fatal crashes since 2010, resulting from aircraft failures. For Airbus, that number is 6. But let's dive in to see what these numbers really mean. Boeing was founded in 1916 in Seattle, Washington. That is 54 years before Airbus was established with a multi-nation deal in Europe. But since then, the duo has been in a head-to-head battle. Some estimate that Boeing has delivered more than 11,500 aircraft that are currently still in service, while Airbus has over 11,000. Now, some records in the US do show that Boeing has experienced more accidents than Airbus over the past years. But when factoring in the size of fleets and more than 16 million annual flights scheduled, that difference isn't significant enough to draw a conclusion.
It is incorrect to simply make the blanket statement that Airbus is safer. Right now, Boeing and Airbus make safe airplanes. And in the wake of the Air India accident, we don't know what brought that plane down.
This is Henry Harteveld. He's an airline industry analyst based in San Francisco.
What people should take away from the Air India accident is, one, it was tragic. But I think what we also have to take away is that the 787 Dreamliner itself is a safe airplane.
Before the Air India crash, the 787 Dreamliner has never had fatal incidents since it was introduced in 2011. And worldwide, more than 1,100 Dreamliners are still in service. However, the public trust toward Boeing has been on shaky ground following the recent accident. Plus, a whistleblower testimony last year that suggests that the company has been prioritizing production over safety.
They're not building the same datums that we were building, so you're causing your own problem, but you don't want to admit it.
And I think it's important to understand that while Boeing has fixed the problems that grounded the 737 MAX, last year the airline was dogged by production problems, a panel that blew out on on another airplane, and some other concerns that did make people concerned about flying on Boeing.
At the same time, its competitor, Airbus, has been steadily gaining ground. Since 2016, it has received and delivered more orders than Boeing in most years.
In the past few years, we've seen Airbus secure more orders for its aircraft, and that is because Airbus has an outstanding product catalog. They have short haul, medium haul, and long haul aircraft. But the FAA has imposed, for the time being, a production ceiling of 38 737 MAX jets per month. Airbus doesn't have that ceiling, and so they've been able to capitalize on that.
So if there's a takeaway from all this, it's that Airbus might not be much safer than Boeing, but it is leading the game at the moment. The European plane maker delivered more than 750 aircraft last year and is now the largest manufacturer with estimated over 55% market share. But for those who still want to know which planes are the safest to travel with, here are some options. Airbus's wide-body A350 and A380 have accumulated more than 1 million flights since they went to service, without a single fatality. And again, despite last week's accident, Boeing's 787 Dreamliner is still among the safest and most fuel-efficient aircraft that has transported more than 1 billion passengers since its first mission in the air.
One thing people should understand, no airline will intentionally operate a plane they know to be unsafe. They won't put their crew or their passengers on a plane that isn't safe. And it doesn't matter who makes that plane.